Why must they make me suffer, Q? Why must I suffer for the sake of such insolence? It is disgusting. I hate it. I guess. Are you ready?
Yeah. Just depression in my voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hello everybody and welcome back to Monkey and Kiwi Reviews. We are finally at the last episode of this mess.
Thank God.
And
It's ending.
without further ado...
Whose dagger was it, Galadriel?
My brother.
Yeah.
He was killed by servants of Sauron.
After Morgoth's defeat, one you call Sauron, he sought to craft the power, not of the flesh, but over flesh. I killed Sauron.
I do not believe you.
Oh, you see? He's probably Sauron. Probably.
But despite our every effort, our decline has only quickened.
This Mithril, it is our only salvation. Nothing diminishes its light.
King Durin. Enough! I will not risk dwarven life. to help
I
the
just
elves.
love that idea. It's like an elf opens his mouth. King Durin is like, no!
You there is darkness.
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
Oh, he meant it seriously.
Yeah?
Because she became blind.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, ain't it?
Is my son.
Yeah.
Let us put this land behind our sails. Fighting at your side,
I felt it too. This wound needs elvish medicine.
So you're gonna again make him go.
Hello there, you weird lady.
Yeah.
What's coming?
It's Eminem.
She won't be alone.
Yeah. Well, it's Mama Eminem, God. But here we go. The rain is falling, the stranger is stranging. The rings are powering. Oh. Delicious. If only those ungrateful hobbitses let me have more.
You're good.
Like, no, my app.
That was my one apple. Give me back my apple. You know how much that thing costs?
Nori.
Oh, it's not Nor.
Oh no.
It's Eminem!
It's Eminem!
Oh no!
Oh no. He's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Why do you have my apple? Seriously. What is this?
The other one looks so dopey.
Yeah.
Okay, Eminem, what is...
Sauron.
What?
Really?
What?
Really? This guy. This guy's Sauron, really?
You're joking.
I guess
You're
they're
joking. No. No, they got the wrong guy.
not. I'm willing to bet. That's fucking bullshit. Just like, this wizard guy. Yeah, he's Sauron. Never. Riders, I just don't believe you. I know you're incompetent, but I don't believe you.
We're just like, okay, right, bullshit, cap. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. The riders are
That
being...
didn't even come as a shocker, we're just like, anyway.
Yeah,
You're
it's like...
lying.
No, riders. It's like, but we said he was. Don't you believe us? I know.
No, we don't.
You're not as clever as you think you are.
You've given us no reason to believe you.
But didn't you see how much he was hurting the hobbitses? He killed the fireflies.
Yeah, you should have killed the bloody elders and shit, because they're just shitty people.
Yeah. If he killed some of the actual hobbitses, we would, well, I would be enjoying that, but... Beside the point. Rings of power. The Rags of Power. Yeah, boy. It's over. Also, the reboot has been confirmed.
Wow.
They actually just want to wipe this away like an unfortunate state.
Happened. Again, why are you making Habibi do this?
Yeah, why must you suffer for... I don't even know. Why must he suffer? Yeah, exactly.
Look at him! He did literally your advice from last episode.
Finally, he's like, yo, he's not gonna be able to take this. He should probably, like, lie down. And, okay, they're doing half of my advice. He's lying down, but they're still galloping to there.
Yeah. It's like she... Just why? Why? Alright.
Expecting to be presented with a means of saving all Elvendom. And we have none.
If only there was some way of doing more with less.
The sun itself began as something.
Doing more for less. Oh god, that sounds like everybody's like senior manager or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I want you guys to get me more results, but for less work.
The sun itself began as something
No bigger than the palm of my hand.
How could we possibly match the powers that wrought the sun? We are out of time, Celebrimbor. We must inform the High King of our failure. Then the elves must prepare to abandon these shores. Forever.
Now I know you don't do that, because Legolas is still there. And so is Galadriel. You know, real Galadriel.
They're like, but they can hear the horses all the way from there.
I would not be surprised. Elven bullshit. Like, this is the thing. Okay, writers. If you piss off an audience member, if you piss off the viewer, like Kiwi has been pissed off, she's not going to afford you anything. Every little thing they will nitpick at. And you really have only yourselves to blame. Only yourselves to blame.
Galadriel?
He's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why are you back here?
What has happened?
Literally the conversation we had last episode.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. He's just like,
the fuck are you doing here?
I told you to go to therapy.
Get the hell out!
He's just literally like, I left you at the mental asylum. How did you leave?
How did they let you out? Well, you see, I kind of got off the bus before I ever got there.
He's like, I knew it. I should have freaking taken you there myself. I should have driven you there myself.
Should I ask the dwarves to make a fucking tomb where to keep you just so you wouldn't leave? Fucking hell, Galadriel.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Let's see what she has to say.
Yeah, let's
Look,
see.
poor Halbrand.
Oh, it's
Enemy
like,
lost. 6 days ago.
You
We
wrote-
without rest.
Without rest.
6 days.
Why
He's human,
would you
right?
put him through that? You are the worst commander in the history. You should take off your badge, whatever it is, your title, everything gone, woman.
I swear.
I swear to God,
Oh,
I
this is
have
bad.
never, ever been so pro-cancel right now than I ever have been. She should lose her job, her finances, her sponsorships. I don't give a fuck, dude. What are you doing? How do you...
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Again, the writers. I truly believe they legitimately don't know shit.
Can you help him?
God. So for context, like Monkey here has been fucking with some AI recently, and the AI is kind of stupid. But I bet you the AI could come up with a better plot than this.
How's you here? You hear so many freaking questions.
Yeah, how's he alive? Is he the real Sauron?
Yeah, a lot. He's just like, yeah. By the way, the elves are dying.
Yeah. Oh my god, if they're gonna have a romance between these two, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah, same.
I should have trusted you. It is a mistake I will
No,
not.
no.
Opposite problem.
No.
Opposite
No.
problem.
No, listen, I.
Should have trusted her less.
You should have trusted it even less.
The
my
problem
God.
is you weren't misogynistic enough. That's your problem, though. You should have been. You should have known that obviously she would cause trouble. Oh god.
I think he's saying about like Sauron being back and
Oh,
all
he
the things
is.
going
I just like the idea of that being on the
Yeah.
lines. Like, why are you
Yeah.
here? But
Why
why
are you here?
Again.
I should not have trusted you.
Oh god, and you know what we were complaining about all the way back in the first episode, like, in the end she's gonna be right and every man who told her so
Yeah.
is gonna be wrong. We're at that point now. We're seeing it in front of our eyes.
Yep.
I leapt from that ship.
Oh, like an idiot. Why are you saying it proudly? That was a really stupid decision, bitch.
I'm sorry, that was fucking hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah. I leapt
Like,
from that
when,
ship.
when I watched it on my lonesome before I showed Kiwi, I was cackling so hard because I was like, "This is retarded."
Wait, you watched this?
The first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Then I brought
Oh,
you
yeah,
into
I
it because
remember
I
the
was like,
first episode you watched,
like
yeah.
I need to share this.
Yeah.
This pain in my heart.
I was not yet worthy of it. I knew that somehow my task here was not yet complete. And when I surfaced, all I could do was swim.
It was honestly impressive. You didn't
Yeah,
drown.
that's all you could do.
You
yeah,
literally
that's-
dove in the ocean.
Yeah.
I did not cross that bitter ocean, only to drown now. And nor will I let you.
Honestly, if the elves are secretly Terminators, I'm gonna laugh.
I have missed you.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, same. I
are we to
do
do?
not miss her.
And trust me, Kiwi, they'll both be much better in the trilogy.
Swim.
He looks so awkward all the time.
Yeah, he always does.
There's like, but who was that?
Who's there? Reveal yourself.
Is it Sauron?
Galadriel here.
Oh, it's Halbrand. Honey, how you doing, baby?
Oh. Shouldn't you be resting?
Yeah.
What is this place? This was the workshop of Celebrimbor. The Celebrimbor? He's not here, is he? Well,
That's me.
as a matter of fact, he is.
It me. I love how proud he is to show
Yeah, he's just
everything
like-
off.
She's like, yeah, this is.
This is some element shit right here.
Yeah.
Celebrimbor. The master I apprenticed to used to speak of the wonders of your craft. I never dreamed I'd ever get the chance to see them in person. You a smith? Well, nothing like your artistry.
No, how right.
These gemstones. I've never seen anything like them. What do you plan to use them for?
Feanor's jewel craft managed to capture the essence of Valinor. I had hoped to do the same for Middle-earth.
This is a peculiar ore. What is it?
Not enough.
Enough for what?
He's a bit too nosy, isn't he, kid?
Yeah, you're a bit nosy
Try
right now.
combining it with other ores.
Oh my god.
Stretch it.
Oh my god.
Writers. Could you be more
This
on the
is-
nose?
This
Writers.
is becoming a bit obvious now.
Yeah,
isn't it?
writers.
Kind of-
I know. Oh, but you see, Kiwi, we already said that the stranger is Sauron, so obviously they're not going to suspect Halbrand.
Yeah, exactly,
though-
because our audience are stupid babies.
Yeah, they've
don't
never even
understand.
watched the movies before. They know nothing. Especially
Yeah,
that.
they never watched a single movie, and they have no brain cell because we dug them deep into the pits of hell and removed their brain cells, like the Galadriel. That's why Galadriel's there, so she can bring.
Honestly, I do find it
brains.
funny when they try to pull stuff like this because you
Yeah.
you know how old the fandom for the Lord of the Rings is.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's 60 years.
Yeah,
Like people know that Sauron had a hand in the rings,
yeah,
No.
exactly.
and now he's just saying, "Oh, what if you alloy things?"
Yeah,
That wouldn't be suitable for this ore.
Why not?
Because in the amounts we need, it would too greatly dilute its unique qualities.
Forgive me, but at the risk of sounding a fool, couldn't the right alloy also amplify those qualities?
How does Celebrimbor not know this?
Amplify.
yeah, exactly.
When I came up, precious metals were scarce as hen's teeth, so we learned to combine them to harness strengths and hide flaws. I've seen a trace of nickel added to iron to make a blade lighter and stronger. Might there not be some alloy to amplify the qualities of your ore?
I'm sorry. I know this is probably just because I watch Big Stacked on YouTube. He's an Australian melting channel, and exactly what it does, he melts things, and he likes making alloys a lot. It's a very simple concept to mix metals together.
Yes.
Nordic gold is copper and a bunch of other things.
Mhm.
It's not actually gold, but it's an alloy. Everybody knows alloys.
Yeah.
Why is
so
Celebrimbor-
Celebrimbor should know this because he's the master of this.
He
shit.
is the smith.
Yeah,
That is-
yeah. So that's what I think. Like, this is why I get annoyed with the writers because they make these plot points by making the person that should know their shit stupid,
Yeah,
kind of thing. And it's just like, well, that doesn't work, does it?
yeah.
And they've done that. They've beaten that horse with freaking Galadriel. Commander, my right foot, mate.
Honestly,
Freaking hell.
this is the problem when, because as a writer, much like as an artist, and a writer is an artist just like anything else.
Yeah, of course.
If you're not a smart person, if you don't understand a wide variety of concepts, you can't really write about them. And I'm willing to bet the writers, they know a lot of theory in how to make good stories, but they never actually looked into it. Like, okay, how does blacksmithing actually work? What are blacksmiths like? What are... Because, okay, the dwarves are meant to be, your standard blacksmiths, yes? And the elves are more like your jeweler. And if you've never seen the difference in the workshop of a blacksmith and a jeweler, it's night and day.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, a jeweler, you have something to hold the jewel in place, and you have these very intricate tools to get
very
everything
small.
just the way you want it. And a magnifying glass, just because you're dealing with things that small.
Yeah.
And it would be nice just to see these things, but again, the writers are not very smart.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually know what this is.
Call it a gift.
Who is this human, and why is he stop speaking to the foremost smith
Soon
of our
he will
time?
travel that road which makes an end of every man who walks it. Black flags will fill our harbor. It will be our duty to forge for him a tomb, granting him the immortality in stone, that no man, not even a king, pain in life. Draftsmen from across Numenor have been summoned to capture his visage, so they can propose a design. Of all the apprentices, you have been chosen to propose one as well. In the coming days, each of you will be granted 1 hour with the king. Use it well.
Ah,
Just draw him while he's freaking annoying.
yeah. It's to get the likeness right. You understand? Mumble, mumble, mumble. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Oh, God. But she's...
I know
Ooh,
what you
God.
have been doing in the dark of night when you thought all eyes were asleep.
I'm sorry. Your handmaid will be back in a moment, my king.
And there is still time.
No, no, no. Go back in there. What did the soul man say?
To warn you, young Miriel.
You're mistaken. I'm
Queen yet? No. But you will be. So know this. If the old ways of our people are not soon restored, our island will fall.
Ah, it's almost like the king knew something.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is fun. But
Come, you must go up, but don't do as I did. I looked for too long. And now I cannot separate what is from what was from what will be.
oh yeah, it's honestly why Sauron could use these no problem, because he was a wizard. Because they are fucking weird artifacts.
One object for all Middle-earth.
I know it sounds strange, High King, but surely we should exhaust every possible solution.
Precisely what manner of object?
It would be smaller than previously imagined. Something that could be carried.
A scepter, perhaps?
A sword?
Or perhaps a crown.
Why a crown?
A circular form will be ideal. Allowing the light to arc back upon itself in one unbroken round, building to a power that is all but unbounded.
And you would place all that power upon the brow of one being?
Not just any one being, High King. You.
Perilous are these whisperings.
Sometimes the perilous path is the only path. I would not be standing here otherwise.
You should not be standing here at all.
Right?
Oh my God.
Right?
We ask
I like him so much.
Exactly. He's just like, you shouldn't even be here, bitch. Why aren't you in the freaking hospital?
Who gave you these clothes? I want them fired.
Only for the time
Yeah.
needed to gather the elven smiths and test Celebrimbor's theory.
Our time runs short.
Yes, that is why.
Shorter than you know.
Yes,
Since
sir.
the Mountain of Fire's eruption, the great tree is all but bleeding leaves. Soon the last will fall.
Okay, so then we
Unless
should
our
just...
people leave the
Okay, so yeah,
these shores, so shall we.
So wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Let
Yeah.
me get this straight. If they leave and go back home, would that be safe for them?
yes,
That would save them.
yes,
Okay, so I can see where the king's coming from.
yeah. They just
Okay,
won't be
fair
able to come back.
I see.
Because hell, in the movies as well, the trilogy, the light of Valinor was fading already, which is why the elves were going back.
Mm-hmm.
Because, oh god, see, this is what I kind of like. Early in Lord of the Rings history, things were really fucking powerful, like magical. Things were insane. Like, it was a time of legend. Like, you had Balrogs leading armies. Like, they were generals to Morgoth, and he used them to lead his armies in a great war, and it was insane. It was absolutely insane. And by the time we are brought into the story in the original trilogy, it's all kind of faded away. And by the end of the movie, it's like the elves have left forever.
Oh.
Yeah, it's honestly really nice to see that sense of mythos as well, because you see a world there.
Yeah.
No elf in Middle-earth who wanted a solution more than I. But if this was to be our salvation, I'm afraid we needed it sooner.
But I almost had it sooner. It was only in speaking with the Southlander that I
The
realized...
low man? This idea was his.
Right?
His suggestions were but the key that unlocked the dam. We are on the cusp of crafting a new kind of power. Not of strength, but of spirit. Not of the flesh, but over flesh.
Oh.
Oh.
This is
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
She's like, wait a second.
unseen.
She's like, wait a second.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Lord Celebrimbor. You are hereby commanded to disband the city and return to Lindon immediately.
God, see, this is what I didn't like, because the reason, so the Rings of Power were made by Celebrimbor under the influence of Sauron, and they were given to the different kings as a way of securing their own power, because, again, there were threats to their kingdom from without and within. So if you have a way of securing peace for your people, then obviously you're going to take it, and that was what Sauron used to corrupt them. That was like the thin end of the wedge he used to get in, because Sauron is really good at corrupting people, like not with magical bullshit, but with just his words.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, Halbrand did that to us. Look at us. We're simping for this.
Honestly, that's purely because he was put up against Galadriel. Honest to God. Literally, just that. But yeah, that was the reason for it. Like, each of the kings had their own good reason for the rings.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't survival. It was like security for their people, so that they wouldn't die off. And then everybody took them because of course you would.
All of you.
Getting a little bit of that
How
from
dare he call him a low life?
Yes.
It's not very nice.
Those words. Power over flesh.
Where did you hear that?
Yeah.
I was conferring with my smiths, I think. I believe those are my words.
Was Halbrand with you?
What does it matter? It's over.
Dad.
High King, wait!
I would have done that scene a lot differently.
Grant me 3 months. I am owed that much.
You are owed nothing.
He worked hard.
Do it not out of recompense. Do it because I asked you.
It is a fool's hope, Elrond. Merely that, nothing more.
Hope is never mere. Not even when it is meager. Or have you forgotten your own counsel?
And why did the king's men just leave the king?
Good question. I guess they think it's very safe. This is the thing. Sauron didn't actually know how to make the Rings of Power until he learned the secrets from the elves. Honestly, it's kind of funny that this is just two boys playing with their rocks.
Yeah.
So, see this rock? This is my favorite rock. It's shiny.
I need royal lineages, bloodlines, anything you can find on the Southlands.
Oh, now you're doing that.
Concerning the mortal kingdoms. I shall have to scour the catacombs for that information.
3 weeks. 3 weeks for a labor that could take 3 centuries.
Constraint can be the very progenitor of invention.
Go. speak of this to no one.
Of course, you fucking bitch.
And I love how she's doing backward research now.
Now, honestly, I don't think she could have done it previously because she was.
Yeah, I know, but it's just funny to me that she's like, maybe I should.
Yeah, maybe I should have looked into these Southlanders.
Go Google it for me.
All of a sudden, the two of you seem quite familiar.
Yeah, suspicious.
I can.
God, and that's the thing I didn't like, because now we're getting to the same problem as before, where it feels simultaneously rushed and too slow.
Yeah.
Like, this could have been done much better and not having implicated Halbrand as Sauron, because he obviously is.
Yeah.
But everyone just moves a bit too quickly, a bit too weirdly. It's a delicate thing trying to hint at a character, because it can only really ever work if viewing it the first time, you don't have a fucking clue. But when you view it the second time, you start to pick up on little things. Only the second time, though.
Yeah.
And it's difficult, because you gotta make the conversation seem natural.
Tell you the truth, I can still hardly believe it. Someone like me, here, working with the elven smiths of Eregion. Thank you, Galadriel.
For bringing you here.
For saving my life.
As you saved mine. Our scales are balanced.
No. No, you've done far more than that for me. I
don't know about that.
But you believed in me.
That's a funny way to say you forced me out of the shit that I wanted to do.
Honestly, if Halbrand is Sauron and he's using this to like, I would like it's like okay,
it's just like you helped
bitch.
me. Thank you, Galadriel. Now I've taken over the world.
Yeah.
Pushed me to heights that no one else could have. I will never forget that. And I'll see to it that no one else does either.
What does that mean?
Ooh, sinister. We know those eyes.
Yeah.
Those are the eyes she has before she starts screaming. You're Sauron! No, you're Sauron!
God, can you imagine how shit she'd feel later, knowing that it's actually him? She'd just be like, this bitch,
You know the best part? It would mean that the entirety of what happens in Lord of the Rings is all Galadriel's fault.
Yeah.
It could all have been avoided if she just didn't save the Southlander. But no! She was like, I need to kill Sauron. This man can help me kill Sauron.
Master, the more your powers awaken, the more the veil will weaken.
Veil?
The one placed upon your mind by those who cast you down. But we have come here to welcome you in, to bring you to our lands.
The Southlands.
Your lands.
You know them already.
The stars.
It is called the Hermit's Hat. A pattern visible in but one place. Far to the east, where the stars are strange. The lands of Rhûn.
Yes. There should have been much more sun
Where
there.
you will be known at last for who you truly are. You fell from the stars, yet you are greater than they. For fire obeys your will. You fell below the dust, yet dust fears you. For it trembles when you are wroth. The winds and waters, the heat and cold. In Rhûn you shall learn to command them all. And every being that walks or crawls shall be your slave. For you, our Lord Sauron.
very nice thing to do
In
to
time,
the
he will
guy.
learn to control his powers. For now, bind him.
He's too powerful.
What is it?
Why don't I just kill Sauron? And then I'm the Sauron. Oh no, it was the hobbits'. I just love that they have ghillie suits.
In the grand tradition of bad ideas, this might well be the worst yet.
Well, have you got a better notion?
Honestly, you'd be surprised how effective those things are.
Where'd the third one go? Better 2 than 3. Now's our chance.
That's a really bad way to bind somebody, like.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, because she can do that bullshit.
Oh yeah, she can just pretend.
Okay, now that is clever.
Hey! Bandicoot! Run!
Oh no, he's gonna sacrifice himself!
Oh. Well, I'm not necessarily sad about that.
I'm actually kinda happy. Oh no.
He's just like, stay away from my friend, you bitches.
Oh, it's real Gandalf or whatever. It really does seem like he's the Gandalf. It really does.
Yeah.
Master, calm yourself.
I will not!
Nori! Nori, let's go!
Oh, they're dying.
You just gotta get rid of Eminem.
You just gotta
okay.
do it. I don't know how the hood has been staying on this whole time,
Yeah.
but it's...
It's not very nice to be doing that to your lord.
Yeah, not really. Although, to be fair, I don't really mind. Just because I remember the fucking Overlord games and they were just kind of funny.
No, he's still alive.
Oh god, I can't. That's too funny. Careful, we're not trying to kill him. This is why we wear helmets. Honestly, I've been playing a Plague's Tale, and yeah, helmets, OP.
Yeah.
Helmets are fucking OP. See, magic bullshit I like.
Oh boy.
Oh no. He's sad. Kiwi, he's sad. What are we gonna do? I mean, well, some hobbits have died, so I'd say it's overall pretty good.
Take it. We need you. Please just take it.
Get away from me. Or I will hurt you again.
What have they done to you?
They showed me what I am.
Only you can show what you are. You choose by what you do.
Oh no, another one! That's it. Still alive, fuck.
You're here to help. I know it.
Take the staff.
Take it.
Take it!
It'll only hurt for a moment.
Oh, that's a lie. It's gonna hurt for a long
That's a
time.
good line.
Actually, funny thing, fire, not the worst way to go.
Really?
Yeah, because the fire's eating up all the O2 in the air. You actually pass out from oxygen deprivation.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Water, however,
Yeah.
less so. It's actually quite bad. The movies were wrong. It's not romantic or beautiful. No, it's fucking horrible. Don't drown.
Don't drown.
We are against self-checkout here, but yeah, don't drown, regardless.
Yes.
Although, if we were wrong this whole time, and this guy actually is Sauron, it would actually be kind of funny.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, because the reason that the rings of power don't affect the hobbits as much as they do everything else would then be because Sauron himself had a fondness for hobbits, and that's the reason.
Oh.
It would be kind of no. It would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It would be fun. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a Hobbit thing to do. The one Hobbit thing they did this whole season.
Yeah.
It would be nice. I would like it. Because that was it. I remember the original reason. I think was because Hobbits is. It was something to do with them. I forgot.
From Shadow you came.
A shadow you
To Shadow I bid you return.
He is not Sauron. He is the other. The Star.
What?
He is...
I'm good.
Easter. Really? Wait, what? What? Hang on. Wait, show me them again. Are these... What are these?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Yeah, because I think I know what they are, but they can't be ring wraiths. Because the rings aren't here. Yeah. I got no idea. Like, spirits that are somehow bound? They're not ring wraiths. It just confuses me why this one has like a little crown. It confuses me. I don't understand why these things exist.
Sadek? Hold still. We'll find a way to carry you back.
Sorry.
Oh, but why should you carry him back when he didn't care about
I'm
you?
about to
He was
go
literally gonna leave you to die.
Mr. Burrows.
We literally don't feel
proud
bad.
fellow.
At least you don't feel bad.
Scissor be waiting.
I really don't.
Now,
Not at all.
if you don't mind, I'd just like to sit a while. Watch the sun come up.
Man, I sure hope the sun's about to come up, otherwise they're gonna be here a while.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually coming up.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what? That's good. That's good. Because you would... That's a great frame, by the way. Could you imagine if they just had to sit there for a couple hours? Because it was like 2 a.m. and the sun isn't due for 4 hours.
Exactly. But I'm like, it's like, do you see what I mean? Where it's like these scenes have no emotion because it's like, well, I don't feel shit about you going, mate, because you were really horrible.
There's no emotional gut punch or weight here because I didn't like this character in the first place.
Anyway, yeah, exactly.
The
It's
writers
like,
set him up as somebody, as like an antagonist to the protag,
Yeah.
and not like a good one, because you can do good ones. It's just
Yeah.
the dude was literally okay with dying, so
Yeah, exactly.
this about face is gonna take a bit longer. Which again could have been done much better. If they just focused on like one of these stories per season, and you'd have time. You wouldn't need to worry. Ah, God. So yeah, Ishtar, he's one of the wizards then.
Oh, so he's like 1,000 or more years early, right?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just... Again, the writers thought, well, Tolkien never said they weren't here, so we can work with this. I give up. I give up. I am just done with this shit.
It's 9. Stairs to main post. You're doing well.
Patronize me like that again, Captain. I'll have your ship.
Come then. I have you.
And who has you?
What do you mean, my queen?
That's a bit
Given your loss,
hard.
I would understand it if upon our return you wish to take a leave of duty.
You once asked me why I pulled Galadriel from the sea. I claim to have had little choice. But the truth is, I could have left her there. Could have refused to follow her to Middle-earth.
You should have!
Or stop my son from doing so.
You'd have a son now.
Yet at every turn I made the choices I did because...
Why, Elendil?
Because Elendil does not merely mean one who loves the stars. I just never imagined it would lead here.
My father once told me that the way of the faithful is committing to pay the price, even if the cost cannot be known, and trusting that in the end it will be worth it.
Sometimes the cost is dear.
kind of do. I feel bad for this guy.
I mean,
But
he
that's-
hasn't done anything wrong,
Yeah,
really.
he hasn't. I do feel bad for him, but I was also thinking about like the freaking best friend of the son. Like
Yeah.
that guy, he lost both his best mates.
Yeah, he's having a real bad time. Can we go back
Yeah,
to
like
him?
yeah, exactly.
He
just
must
lost
be.
both of-
He must be just broken up about it. Like, I didn't hate the guy, but I knew
Yeah.
bringing him along was a bad idea. And now both of them are dead.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Exactly. And imagine that's his two best mates.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
Uh,
Then of course I feel bad for him because he's lost his son. He lost his wife years ago.
like-
He lost his eldest son as well.
yeah, he's a
So-
good character.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
really good.
surprisingly well written considering everything else.
Yeah.
And I feel for him. I do.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
We have little choice then but to keep serving. And I, for one, will see to it that we make the end worth the price.
Come what may.
Come what may.
Captain, movement orders in sight.
My queen.
Ugh, again.
Hey, everybody, did you know the Queen's blind?
Yeah, again. Just why? Her dad literally says, "Oh, there will only be darkness waiting for you." Yep,
Well, Daddy was right.
Dad was right indeed.
What is it? What's wrong?
There are black flags everywhere.
What is it? What do you see?
Yep, King's dead.
Oh shit!
Oh, this is a really sad way to find
Like,
out.
yeah, your father's died.
Yeah. Now the real question is, did that lady, I forgot her name, did she actually use the Seeing Stone?
Yeah.
The fuck?
What?
Oh.
All right.
It exploded.
What has happened?
The Mithril is proud.
Oh, it doesn't like the Crucible?
Uses every effort to bond it with lesser ores.
Tapping into the powers of the seen and unseen world seemed to soften the boundaries between the two.
It doesn't make any sense. We used enough pressure to fuse the very heavens with the earth. It should have held this time.
Patience. This is a journey. Not every step we take will be forward. It may take time.
Time? We don't have time.
Perhaps that is enough for today. Perhaps we've been pushing ourselves too hard.
Pushing ourselves too hard.
Coming from Galadriel.
Mm-hmm.
Supposing that's the trouble. Supposing we've been using too much force.
Meaning what?
Meaning that the metals shouldn't be forced to join, but more drawn or coaxed together. Now, if that's true, we've been doing it all inside out. Quickly, dismantle this. We start again.
It's like Galadriel, as you can see, your race is dying. Okay,
Yeah.
she's just like, I'm left out because I don't know how to do this back smash.
Honestly, she is going back to the... and this wouldn't be a problem. It would be justified curiosity. Like, why is Halbrand really into this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
but
like also you did stop him from his blacksmithing. But no, yeah, they did make it.
The
really
thing is,
obvious.
the backs, like what we've already seen of Galadriel, is why I just. Like, she's doing what. She's acting what would be normal here. Like, why
Yeah,
is
it
Halbrand
is normal.
really suspicious? But
Yeah.
because it's Galadriel.
Because it's her, that's why I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's just like because you've, at many points during this show, shown that you are nothing like this. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Oh. He's like, shit, she's doing research on me.
Shit.
She's doing Google searches on me.
She've got him 23andMe'd me.
Galadriel.
Yeah, hide that scroll. Uh-oh.
We found
It's to show things to the audience, because they're dumb as hell.
It's too much power for one object. We need two. We're making two.
2 crowns.
Not exactly. It'll need to be something smaller.
A ring,
Come,
for example.
Yeah.
You tell me who you are.
You know who I am.
Who you really are.
Galadriel, I'm afraid I don't.
There is no king of the Southlands. The line was broken. The last man to bear your crest died over 1,000 years ago. He had no heir.
At least you could have rolled at that point. Okay.
At least. Does she know how old that thing is? Like, somebody else might want to read it.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you I found this on a dead man.
No. No, on the raft, you saved me.
On the raft?
You saved me.
You convinced Miriel to save the men of Middle-earth.
You convinced her. I wanted to remain in Númenor.
That is true!
Exactly! Oh, I love him.
I love this.
I love him so much. He is really like freaking grinding down that flour and just literally just being like, oh, but this is all what you did. It's because of you that all of this has come together. You've helped me, Galadriel.
It's all because of you. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without you.
Yeah, she's like, no, but you convinced them. It's like, no, you convinced them.
Yeah,
but
remember?
You wanted to fight for Middle Earth. It's like, no, you did that because I wanted to be a blacksmith in Númenor.
Honestly,
I love this.
This is the thing. I swear there are different writers for different characters.
Yeah,
because
this is good.
Obviously, Halbrand is Sauron, obviously, and the writers were like, yeah, the other guys are too stupid. We could probably like weave this into their story, and they wouldn't even notice.
Yeah,
and they did. It was like, okay, this is clever.
Yeah.
Your enemy. And mine.
Yeah. Your enemy.
Yeah, Adar. Fucker killed me.
She's fucking
I've
crying.
had many days.
Wakes before the breaking of the first silence. In that time, I have had many names.
Ah. What? I don't look betrayed. Literally, like Galadriel confirmed the reason behind every problem Middle-earth has ever had. Have you noticed her hair looks a lot better in these scenes?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So see, Halbrand is such a heavy. He's like, you know, you really do need that therapy. I'll send you there, and I'll get your hair done. There you go. And your nicer clothes and everything.
Oh, he's the best Sauron that ever Sauron. I love him.
I love him.
Lose your footing again, sister.
Oh.
Just a little tumble is all. On your feet now.
Get out of my mind.
Could you try to show some... Okay, could you try to be sad here and not just crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, again, take the middle, like the innermost part of your eyebrows and put them up while keeping the rest of them down. I just need you to do that, or what's your name? I need you to do
should
that.
Still be sad in this moment, but also like, yeah, no, I see what you're doing. Don't do it that. I don't like it.
Look at me. Galadriel.
Okay, there we go. There's something. It's a little strained, but it's there.
My old dagger. You've kept it safe all this time. You have been very brave. You have fought so hard for so many years to complete the task that I could not.
Your task was hunting Sauron.
My task was to ensure peace. But I learned that was Sauron's task as well.
Why he gave me the brand.
No, you died. Along with countless others because of him.
No, Galadriel. He was seeking a power. Not to destroy Middle-earth, but to heal it.
Yes, I believe you completely.
Just as your fellow elves are seeking to do this very moment. You needn't lie to them. Simply let the work proceed.
This is really not a convincing argument, I gotta say.
Do you remember what I whispered to you under this very tree?
Oh, yeah, in the first episode. Let's find out.
Touch the darkness once more.
What does that mean, big bro? What does that mean? Am I supposed to stick my finger up someone's ass?
My brother is dead. Because of you.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say any of what you
such a
said?
thing? Galadriel. Galadriel. Come back to me.
Oh god, so side tangent. Fable 2. Okay, Fable 2. There's this point in Fable 2 where now if for context, in the Fable games you play a hero and you can kind of build yourself a family. It's like it's like Lord of the Rings in terms of fantasy.
I can't remember which Fable game I played, and it was really good.
Yeah, I only played the first one, but I wanted to play the second for so long. So long, because I loved it. I just wanted it. I just didn't have an Xbox.
The concept's really cool, because like literally everything you choose like really affects your life and everything. Which is really neat.
Yeah, and God, one of the things that happens is if you choose to, what is it? Because in the second Fable game, you have a brother or sister, depending on what gender your character is.
Oh yeah.
And they die in the beginning, and then towards the end, when the main villain is trying to like get you to not ruin his day, he does something. He does something like this, but instead of it being like this poorly written, you instead get to live your life with your sibling in like this idyllic cottage in the woods. Like you have a small little farm with pets. You do like these menial chores, feed the chickens and everything.
Yeah.
It was really sweet. It was idyllic. It was something I wanted to stay in, and that was the key. That was the key part with illusions like this. You have to write them like your character would want desperately to stay here. And I'm sorry if you just have her brother here. That's it. You don't. He's not speaking like her brother.
Yeah, exactly.
He's speaking like some weird convert.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing, because it's like I remember in the endings of the Fable games, like basically I think the sibling has like a music box or something.
I think so,
and you're like hearing the music box tune constantly whilst you're trying to like fight, like when I think it's after you get out of like that simulation thing, and you're having to like run up the castle whilst constantly hearing like your sibling talking and like the music box, and it's kind of driving your character crazy. And
the
it's like
fucking scream, Kiwi, the scream.
The thing is, you feel really horrible. You feel so bad for this character, and I remember feeling so fucking depressed because I was like, this is so sad.
It was
really sad and really well done, because the villain is literally making you suffer.
Yeah, he's using your own dead family against you in the most again, that's why I love
the thing
that
is, I'm not gonna lie, I love tropes like this, and
So
it's sad that they just did this so poorly. I think is I like tropes like that because it just is heart ripping, just gut wrenching, just horrible. Like I don't know why, because I'm just like, oh, this is so fucking sad. Or like scenes where like you have to fight like your memory or like someone that you care about and shit like that. I don't know. It just gets me. It gets me every time. But if it's poorly written, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, and this is the thing. The reason those things work very well is because there's a lot of build up for the characters that are in it. Like your sibling is they are always your older sibling. They take care of you, and then they die, and you have to take care of yourself. So, like throughout the game as well, it's nice. It's really nice because again, with Galadriel's brother here, they did the same thing, but it wasn't brought up as much, if at all, really, in the show. Meanwhile, in the game, I believe at certain points it comes back up. Like you're reminded of it. Like my brother is dead.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. Ooh,
thank you.
I wish you didn't. But yeah, it's what makes moments like this really heart-wrenching because the way you get out of the way you get out of it is horrible. Like you have to, you literally are reliving the trauma of like what happened when they died. Except you're the you have to then just leave them to die to a bunch of werewolves and burn alive while you run away into the forest, and it's getting all dark and everything. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect.
And that's what I mean. They did it so well. Like I feel like I can't remember half of it.
Neither can I.
Traumatic for me.
Yeah, I can't remember much of the game either, but I just remember these parts because they were that good.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah, we have tropes for a reason. They work very well. Like hell, in I never played Mass Effect 1 off before the stream, but I noticed this as a difference where with the Legendary Edition, like the first planet you go to where you meet Sauron. You know the Reaper ship. Yeah, in the original game, the sky is red. Like all of the sky, and there's like red lightning coming from the ship and everything. But in the Legendary Edition, the remake, it's like a blue sky, and like the Reaper's just farting out some red gas, and I'm just there like, like this is nice, but I prefer the old one.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I just got on that from the red lighting. I'm sorry, just the screams. I hated the screams. Like I just stopped watching the playthrough there, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this, man.
It is really rough at that point in the game. It's just like,
oh hell, I had a moment like that in Yakuza 0 with the stream. Like I did one mission, and I just needed to stop after that mission because it was too much. I can't. I can't, man. Yeah, I'm reminiscing about good writing.
Yeah.
Look at me!
Oh god.
Galadriel, look at me. You know who I am. I am your friend.
You're a friend of Morgoth's.
When Morgoth was defeated, it was as if a great clenched fist had released its grasp from my neck. And in the stillness of that first sunrise, at last, I felt the light of the one again. And I knew, if ever I was to be forgiven, that I had to heal everything that I had helped ruin.
No penance could ever erase the evil you have done.
That is not what you believe.
Do not tell me what I believe.
No, you told me. After our victory, you said that whatever I'd done before, I could be free of it
You
now.
deceived me.
I told you the truth. I told you that I had done evil and you did not care.
That is true.
Because you knew that our past meant nothing. Weighed against our future.
I'm sorry, I just can't get over that look on her face like, "Eh, I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Eh."
That's so funny.
Future. Isn't there?
I love how she's feeling betrayed. It's just like,
Honestly, he's being very kind to her right now.
yeah, he is.
Ah, this looks like a pretty good transition. Yeah, seems nice.
Well,
All of
that
us
was
look
cool.
on you with doubt. I alone can see your greatness.
Wait, what?
What?
Are they actually trying to? Are they trying to ship him?
Can see your light.
You would make me a tyrant.
I would make you a queen.
You kind of already are like that. I mean,
Yeah,
you
listen,
just didn't give a shit.
Listen,
your
okay, lady, you
comments.
already are. You just don't have the power to expand your tyranny.
Yeah.
He would give you that power.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh my-
stupidity, but hey, the man is
Yeah.
clearly in love with her.
Yeah, yeah. He's just like, I can make you a queen, and I'm like,
Listen,
Habibi,
Albert,
you could say that
Habibi.
to me, not her.
Yeah,
No.
literally, Sauron, literally. Come on, there's better out there, and there's better right here.
Exactly.
You can do better than this bitch.
Exactly.
Fair as the sea and the sun. Stronger than the foundations of the earth.
Oh.
And you, my king. Oh, the Dark Lord.
No. Not dark. Not with you at my side. You told me once that we were brought together for a purpose.
Is he actually? Yeah, I don't think he's manipulating her. I think he legitimately has a thing for her.
Together, me to the light, and I bind you to power. Together, we can save this Middle Earth.
My God, he's actually serious, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why not both?
I see no difference.
And that is why I will never be at your side.
Yeah, but you will.
Honestly, girl, you are such a bitch.
You have no choice. Without me, your people will fade, and the shadow will spread and darken to cover all the world. You need me.
I should have left you on the sea.
A sea that you were on because the elves cast you out. They cast you out for deigning to beg them for a few petty soldiers.
They did?
What will they
Yeah.
do when you tell them that you are my ally? When you tell them that Sauron lives because of you!
And you will
Yeah.
die because of me!
Oh God.
I'm sorry, let's
Oh
just
my
stay
God.
on this right here. Yeah, literally, so they have written the Lord of the Rings, they filled in the blanks, like, Galadriel was responsible for everything.
I can't believe this.
Such
Oh my God.
stupidity. I hate it so.
Oh man.
This
Oh,
right here is what Amazon has done to the Lord of the Rings. This right here. It was Galadriel's fault, Kiwi! Like, the reason the rings were forged, the reason Sauron's armies were coming back, the reason for all of that, yeah, it was Galadriel.
I have a question. Wait, so they had to make it like this? Because like, yeah, you were saying like in the original, like, you know, Sauron he's a good talker and he got, you know, the blacksmithy dude, the awkward guy to like do the rings and it is all fine. So this whole like mithril business never really happened at all originally. And also like the whole like elven like thing dying just happens every so often and they can fix it if they do something. I forgot what you said.
No, like, eventually the light of Valinor will fade, so they have to go back. And
Yeah.
And
and then they can't do anything about it. They just have to leave. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just made up the mithril thing, and
they
then
made up the
that's
mithril.
how-
Like, mithril is a real resource. Like,
Yeah.
Frodo's sword is made of mithril, and it glows whenever it's near orcs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do this. Like,
Yeah, it
and
doesn't.
also the thing with the rings, okay?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I just don't. The Rings of Power were forged by Celebrimbor because Celebrimbor is that good. Not because of Mithril, not because of anything else. And the reason Sauron infiltrated and convinced Celebrimbor to make the rings was so he could alter the design of each one
Yeah.
to be subservient to the one ring of power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what he did. But with this, it's like, I guess Sauron just helps create them.
Yeah.
No, like, how do I put this? He had a much more direct hand in it than I thought he would, and
Yeah.
honestly, I am just struggling to comprehend that because he learned from the elves. Never mind. Never mind. I also have issue with just how they're writing Halbrand in this episode, because it's the last episode, and they want you to know, it's like, yeah, so he was Sauron this whole time, so we're gonna make it extra obvious.
Yeah.
Like,
They just made it so obvious, and it's so.
Like, the charm he has is gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's still there a little bit, just because of but when they're trying to make it seem like, oh, he's actually Sauron.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just thinking, because there's a better way of doing it. There's a better way of like having the reveal, and it's not gonna be like Galadriel looking into the family records or getting that squire to do it for her.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, here's how I would have had it. Okay, you have Galadriel and Halbrand sitting by the pool, like the river, the pond, or whatever the fuck that was, and they're it's a very happy and upbeat scene, very bright and everything. They're just going over what's happened, and how they're really glad it's all working out, how everything's going to be great. And just slowly, subtly, writers, the lighting changes. Just a little. It's a little cooler. A little darker. And then, like, you just have this slow build-up, just creeping in over the conversation. And it's gotta be a long conversation. Never mind all of the CGI bullshit. Just throw that out. Get some good fucking writing here, where slowly, like, as Halbrand is saying, more and more stuff that seems a bit, like, Sauron-y, a bit tyrannical, a bit evil, just sprinkled in here and there until it finally comes to the point where she asks, like, who are you? And then he says, I have many names. And that'll be that. Okay? That's the reveal. That would be your reveal. It's like, that's Sauron? It's like, yeah. It's like, but he didn't say he was a Sauron. It's like, can you infer?
Yeah. I mean, I like the CGI of, like, when she looked into the reflection and he has, like,
yeah, that
stuff
is,
like that.
yeah,
that's
showing
also
his
nice,
helmet.
but it would have been cool if it was, like, I don't know, like, when, like, there was hints of it on the way as well.
Not obvious hints, like...
Yeah.
I
Like,
guess
you know what I
have
mean?
some hints, like, oh, he was really powerful when he beat up those guys in Numenor. I guess.
Exactly. Or, like, when they saw, like, maybe she saw a reflection of him, like, during the time, like, leaving Numenor or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I wanted it to be
the
more
thing is,
subtle.
like, they kind of started sprinkling all this shit in this episode. Like, oh, like, he said the whole flesh over power thing as the guy did. And it's like, dude, you're doing this now?
Yeah. Honestly,
they had so much potential to do it sooner since they spent so much time together.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the issue with all the red herrings for who's Sauron, because they couldn't actually put any proper, good, subtle hints that Halbrand is Sauron. Well, unless you're like me and thought, like, oh, okay, he seems like a little prick, he probably is. Yeah, they couldn't do that because then that would detract away from everyone else who could be Sauron. So they had to save it all up for this episode. Because you could do so much, like...
Yeah.
Again, just subtle things going over. Like, you don't even need to show, like, again, the scene. Just... As you said with the reflection, you could have that in the water, like as a little ripple goes through the water from off screen, and then like the reflections change, but you don't focus on it. You never focus on it. Just slowly around the scene, things start to change.
Yeah, exactly. It's like have you watched Your Lie in April?
I have not. No.
It's a very good anime. It's very sad, but it's
Yeah.
very good. But I'll just to not spoil it. But basically, something happens to a certain character, but you kind of know something's. You don't notice it immediately. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So what they do to this one character is in every episode, her hue, her saturation goes down.
Ooh.
And it's really cool because later you compare episode 1 to the last episode. She has completely, her saturation's gone.
Ooh, that is
Like,
nice.
all her colors have dulled.
That is
and it
very
is
nice.
so cool, like how it kind of shows what's happening to her, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, like that's some good cinematography right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you don't notice it as you're watching it,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
yeah, you don't notice it when
so
you're
it's
watching
cool.
it, but only when you're like looking at it from afar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, this
Yeah.
has been happening this entire time.
Mm.
But God, it does go to show just the directors, I would say, are at fault here just for not being able
Yeah.
to use the film. Film is a medium, okay? You
Yeah.
need to know how to use film, and there are various things you can do. Like all the suggestions I suggested were literally just, again, things that don't overtly say something, but subvertly say something. Like, sometimes you see something. Like I love it when how was it? You see a reflection of somebody. Like I remember a vampire movie, and I don't remember which one it was, but one of these
Yeah.
guys was a vampire, but you didn't know. And
Yeah.
in one scene early in the movie, they pass by a mirror, but only two people pass by the mirror, him and another guy, and you only see the other guy in the mirror. But it's so quick you wouldn't notice it if you weren't looking for it.
That's
And,
cool.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah, stuff like that. That's what I mean. It's really cool.
stuff like that is what turned me into this dude who was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean that guy didn't see anything? It's why I can't watch Grey's Anatomy. It's like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. Say, but Monkey, you just started the episode. Yeah, I know. It's fucking great, wasn't it?
Let's see what's happening.
Alright, now she's sinking. And now Halbrand's not coming to save her.
I mean, he offered you a very good deal.
A very good deal. Honestly.
What's
Okay.
with people like declining good deals?
Yeah.
In the last 2 episodes.
I don't fucking know. Writer, so called. But honestly, the writing, I am suspicious of, because, okay, my version of Sauron is a smooth-talking bastard who would absolutely lie to your face that he loves you. I don't know about the show's Sauron. I think he might actually. I think the writers want that.
Yeah, that he actually likes
In
her.
that case, it might work. It might work. You have Galadriel, an elf, reigning in fucking Sauron, and you have an empire of light and power. It might work. I doubt it, but possible. Although if they're doing this to tie it into what she says in the movies, because when she was tempted by the ring of power, she said something along the lines of, she would rule the lands, etc., etc. All will love me and despair, something along those lines. I wonder if they're doing this to tie into that. Maybe.
Galadriel, stop! Elrond! It's Elrond!
Oh, God.
How?
Where did we first meet?
Seaside, when I was first orphaned. I was
Aww.
alone, a young half-elven boy without friend or kin. You gave me water.
Aww.
Celebrimbor. Where is he?
Workshop. You'll almost be finished by now.
Galadriel! Galadriel! What has happened?
I do like the idea that he literally just pushed her in there.
Yeah, he
It's
just
like,
pushed her in there.
Yeah, well, this bitch doesn't want to be queen. Oh well. Push.
Yeah.
Because this is actually a really nice scene for it as well. Like, you got some darkness over there on the left-hand side of the screen, but a lot of light on the right. You could do that. You could.
Galadriel!
Is it done?
Galadriel, you're as wet as a river rock.
I was in a river.
Because I pulled her from the waters of the Glanduin.
The Glanduin? What happened?
Galadriel?
Where is Halbrand?
Did you drown him?
He is gone. And I doubt he will return. And should he ever, none of us are to treat with him again.
What happened by that stream?
You spoke to me once of a mistake. When you said you would not make again.
You are making that promise very difficult to keep.
Yeah, how do you say it?
Not require trust.
What is going on? Just say it. Just spit it out and say it. He's just like, what the fuck?
Proceed?
No.
No.
But.
We must make 3.
3 rings of power. No,
One
don't.
always corrupt. 2 will divide.
But with 3, there is balance.
Kiwi.
Kiwi. What?
Kiwi.
Wait.
Kiwi.
Wait, what?
Kiwi.
Okay. I'm very... Her big idea is to make 3 instead of just not make them at all.
You know, this is exactly what Sauron wanted.
Oh no!
3 rings of power. 1 for men, 1 for dwarves, and I believe 1 for elves.
So wait, is she corrupted or is she just so fucking stupid?
She's retarded, is what she... I legitimately thought, maybe, okay, Sauron convinced Celebrimbor to make 3, you know, yada yada. But no, it was Galadriel. It was
so
fucking
it's still her fault.
It is all her fault.
Oh my god, this is literally
the
all her
corruption
fault.
of the 3 kingdoms is all Galadriel's fault. I'm impressed.
But how did she get out of that situation and then tell him that? And why hasn't she told him that he's Sauron?
I guess she is. I guess the writers thought like, oh, but no one will believe her. They think she's more cray-cray than she already is. I mean, yeah, but...
Like, Elrond just really asking her, hey, what happened? And then he's like, yeah, remember the mistake you made? And he's like, yeah, you're making it hard trusting me if you're being like this.
Oh, God, I'm just like, what?
Sake, man.
The writers have impressed me. Like, I was not expecting this. I was expecting Celebrimbor to make 3 rings of power, because... No, I wasn't expecting that, given the quality of the
I honestly
writers.
thought he would have been done by now.
Yeah. Well, no,
but he's already done, and she's too late.
Yeah, they have to make it dramatic or something. I guess they needed a reason for there to be 3 rings of power, because now they're trying to tie it in to the the movies and the books. But yeah, God, I just can't get over it. She's the reason for it.
She's literally the reason for everything.
What I wanted was literally just Sauron to not even be involved with the smithing, but to be like a tertiary advisor at best, like mentioning it to somebody. And we may not even see him mentioning it. Like we may just see we may just see one of the smiths talking to Sauron. And then that smith brings it up. And that smith will be like the red herring we have, like, oh, this guy's obviously Sauron. He's so intent on making the rings and all that. But no, it was just, here's Halbrand. He knows smithing. He's really good at smithing, surprisingly. Like, and he could tell, like, fucking Celebrimbor what to do with alloys. Like, writers.
I have a question. Was Sauron any race in particular?
Not really, no. He was known as Sauron the Fair. Mistaken for an elf, frequently. But he's also a shape changer, which is why how he managed to get into different societies frequently. Which is honest, God, because Sauron again looked like an elf when he was dealing with the elves, just to make it easier.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice. It's literally just get the elves to make the rings of power with a flaw that you put in yourself because you're a cheeky shit, and then learning all you can from them, you make the secret one ring of power to rule all over them. And I forgot what the 3 rings stood for. I forgot. We'll learn when we watch the movies again. It'll be fine.
Can you tell them?
No.
Powers we forged today must be for the elves alone, untouched by other hands.
He's just like...
I have determined that the purity of the lesser ores in the alloy is crucial. I need gold and silver of the most exquisite quality.
What,
I
like your
guess you're
dagger?
gonna give you...
From Valinor.
What? Like your dagger?
Oh, like, I knew it! I was literally gonna say she's gonna give her dagger.
Sacrifice.
I knew she was gonna give her dagger. For
Oh.
goodness sake. I just literally, before he even said it, for
That's
fuck's
fucking
sake.
beautiful.
Do you remember anything more yet?
Fragments. Impressions. War has come, but to discover the rest, I know I must go to Rune.
They're wrong about your name. What if they're wrong about that too? Or lying, or...
What they said, I knew to be true with a certainty that I can't explain.
They called you something else. Istad. Is that your kind?
Istar. In your tongue, that means wise one. Or
No.
wizard.
No! No, you fucker, no!
You're so...
God has not sent you yet. Get the fuck back to heaven.
You're really not coming with us, are you?
Betimes our paths are laid before us by powers greater than our own. In those
I love
moments,
how
it's
he
our
went from not
task
being
to
able
make
to speak to like
Full
big
sentences.
brain.
All
Full
it took
big
was all
brain.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He's obviously fucking Gandalf. He's even grey and everything, you
where our
know.
hearts wish not to tread, no matter the perils awaiting us on the way.
So it was a bit like an adventure.
Alone, it's just a journey. No adventures. They must be shared.
I think I've had about as much adventure as any Harfoot could ever hope for.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Frodo. Honestly, you'll like the hobbits in the trilogy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I will.
They're actually really nice.
Yeah.
This here, if we go northways, we have 30 days of clear trail. All fresh grass and no trolls. All downhill, look like.
You're holding it upside down.
Eh?
Sorry, Malda. Nothing but steep slopes and brickled brambles for weeks.
Well, if you're so quick and wise, why didn't you do the trail finding?
Maybe I will.
Yeah. She
Watch
should.
out for little ones and stragglers. Nobody goes off trail. And nobody walks alone. Sounded better when Sadek said it.
Now it still sounds pretty bad.
Wish the old goat were still with us. He is.
I'm sorry, I just find it poetic. Like, he left so many people to die, and now he's joined them.
Yeah. Yeah. That kind of sounds like karma to me.
Yeah.
Go on.
Get.
You're part of something bigger now.
He needs you. And you belong out there.
What? She's a child. She's a fucking child. What are you talking about? Well, I'm sorry, what is she gonna do with him?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
That is terrible parenting. Horrible. I mean, I already judged the parents that, like, kick their kids out at 16, so, like...
Yeah. Okay, you expect your kid to deal with the world? Really?
Yeah.
Do they have a job?
16.
No.
No.
They get one? No.
This is the same thing. This is what they're doing, but except they're putting her with a stranger that, well, he's a friend at this point, but, like, he's going God knows where. To some unknown place you don't even know. You'll never even see your child again.
I swear, all of this makes perfect sense if I pretend I'm sitting down in a writer's room and somebody's just throwing these to me. Which reminds me, Kiwi, did you know that even the actors in this show are ripping into it? Yeah, I saw a video of, what's his face? The actor for Isildur and his sister just going over some of, like, the notes of what happens in the episodes and laughing. Like, specifically what Galadriel in the ocean was like, so she finds a raft and Halbrand's on the raft, and then a sea monster attacks the raft and kills everyone, but not Galadriel and Halbrand. And they were like, yo, what the fuck is this? And I'm just sitting there like, I know you're trying to, like, pretend that, you know, you're on our side of this, but no, you're not. Fuck you. You made this. You made this.
Again, poor parenting.
Well, at least the Hobbitses haven't changed.
Yeah.
I want to find whoever's responsible for, like, the wiki and just say, no, not Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Delete everything that came from Rings of Power.
Did you pack a lantern? Of course. Good. Well. Goodbye.
Right. Just snares for the big fella. You know how hungry he gets.
And an extra blanket in case you get cold. Right.
Let's see you.
Again, this is so poor parenting.
Yeah.
Here you're heading in the big beyond, and I haven't taught you a blooming thing.
Right? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe she shouldn't.
Exactly. She's a
Always
child.
quench your fire, water and earth. Don't squat by a river, never know when you'll need a drink downstream. And a hard foot without manners is as light to get far in life as a square wheel.
You never know if you'll see her again. She'll probably fucking die.
Yeah. I honestly, this would be good at the beginning.
Yeah.
At the beginning, you have you have them send their daughter out to the big adventures. Like, okay, bit of irresponsible parenting, but this is the beginning of the show. We all understand. This is the end of the season. We don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait, no, it's the beginning of the... It is the beginning of the show, because they plan to have 5 seasons. So technically, this is the beginning.
But are they rebooting it?
Yeah. So those 5 seasons are... interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Find where the river runs, where the sparrows learn their songs.
And finally get those things out of your hair. You look ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'll be careful. No.
You'll be bold.
God, honestly, one thing that you'll like in the movies. You remember way back when were you complaining how everybody was talking funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that in the movies. They talk like old Anglo-Saxons, all of them, and it's great.
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. I just can't get over it. If you've never done a little research into linguistics, do.
Yeah.
Because the way people talk, how their sentences are structured, matters so much. Because it's a reflection of the culture right now.
Oh, go on.
And this will date us heavily, but when I was in school, we used to just call people we didn't like moist.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
now people call them wet.
Yeah.
It's evolved, and I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, the parlance has changed. The way people talk. They're using weird internet lingo for some reason.
No, I knew it. I knew she was gonna come with her.
Aren't you the trail finder or something? Better not be coming.
Oh, that is her best friend.
Yeah.
Why does everyone I love the most always have to go away?
I'll be back.
Because I think if we didn't, then we'd never learn anything new.
You'll come back. Promise.
You promised to look after everyone.
Of course I will, Anklehead. You're my best friend in this whole wide, wild world. I'd do anything for you.
Would you carry my bag?
Poppy, it's that we're so bleeding small.
Stick close to that tall fella. He's a good friend in a spot.
Not so good as you.
Again, this is so bad. Why? She's a child. She doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, I know. And
They're
again,
just
just the
sending her
raw...
off to some unknown land. No guarantee that she's gonna live, forget even come back. Like,
It's just the wrong time in the season for this.
yeah.
It really is. This is supposed to set off their... And again, this is the problem I have with the fucking pacing of the show. It is so bad. It's so glacial right up until it gets to the end of the season when they realize they have to actually get things going.
Yep, yep.
And now she's going on an adventure. Even though that should have happened in the fucking beginning. Because here's the thing. Never mind. If they wanted to show off the filthy hobbitses, they should have done it and just not had her go, but no, they want her to... They want to show off the hobbitses and then have her go off on her adventure like Mr. Frodo. And I'm assuming if she had another 4 seasons, yeah, it would make sense, but that's 4 seasons too many.
Certain?
More than ever.
Well, they're all waving at you.
Wave back.
If I turn around, I won't ever be able to leave.
Well, then, perhaps it would be best if you lead off.
See, I like this actor, the way he
My
talks.
feet feel heavy as iron.
I wish he had more
Not to
lines.
mention I haven't an inkling which way to go.
Ah.
Neither have I.
There it is.
Are you sure?
Not entirely. There's a sweet smell on the air this way. When in doubt, Eleanor Brandyfoot. Always follow your nose.
I like that actor. Wanted more of him. Actual talking. He's charming.
Yeah, like when he's actually talking, yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
he's charming. He's got like that old grandpa feel to him. He's nice. Instead of being like the obvious heroin addict, he should have been this.
Yeah.
Give it up, Galadriel. Let it go. Finally, let it fucking go. Oh. Silver and gold, was it? Oh, yeah. I forget that they're supposed to have magical properties. The silver in real life is not that good of a dagger.
So, there's so many things that are literally just her fault. Because even if she wasn't there, if she was just never there and she never gave her dagger, then it wouldn't have, where would they have gotten silver and gold?
It really does, it feels like just MacGuffin after MacGuffin here, I will be honest, it's so stupid. Another thing I find stupid is that the silver and the gold are melting at the same time.
Yeah.
I will have you know, they have different melting points.
Like, wait, they should.
I know.
Those are two different components.
I know I'm being just an autist here. I know. Yeah. Maybe it's because I've just watched too much Big Stacked. But God, okay, so you know motors, right? You know, the spinny things that use electricity and they spin. Yeah. The copper inside. Yeah, it's inside a steel satyr, and steel has a much higher melting point than copper. So when he's lazy, he just puts the whole thing into the crucible to melt, and the steel doesn't melt, but the copper does. So he just takes the steel satyr out. It's like, well, you're done. It works. It's just kind of retarded.
Yeah.
That's why I like that.
And surely you have other things that of your brother that you remember.
I guess
Why
not.
can't you tell them that he's Sauron?
I guess not. I guess. Fucking crap. Also, this is really another thing. VFX artists, I love you guys, but have any of you been to a smithy? Have any of you seen just what molten metal looks like? Yeah, you see all this stuff on top of it, Kiwi. This is slag. Impurities. You're meant to skim these off before you start pouring. I am sorry, I am being very nitpicky about this, but it bothers me so much. Oh, it's getting mixed in. Oh, it's gonna be disgusting.
Why can't you tell them that he's Sauron, you fool?
I guess not.
There should be like a wide search for him or some shit, like.
Yeah. Honestly,
something.
I do find it kind of.
And again, they shouldn't be making the ring.
They shouldn't be. But look.
Abandon ship. Go back to Valinor. Just leave.
Honestly, thinking about it, yeah, this probably would be for the best, really.
Yeah.
Like this corruption would just be too bad. And I do love that the elves' big plan was to surround the tree with mithril. And then they just made it go smaller and smaller and smaller, to a crown, then to a ring. My God, Kiwi! It looks like Sauron's eye! You must speed. Speed!
Speed!
The eye of evil! You know what? I'm sure this is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantasy. I can forgive it. It's fantasy bullshit. I can forgive it.
What? Oh, they need to turn it into a ring.
Now this is how you make rings. You don't just pour them.
Oh yeah, because you have to like kind of.
Yeah, honestly, I liked it better the way it was before. It was more fantasy bullshit, but I liked it because it was fantasy bullshit. It was so literally in the movies it was It was so horrible. You never want to make rings like this. So, do you know what open casting is, right?
I've heard of it, but no.
Yeah. So you have a cast of something that you want, but you don't have like a backplate to. You don't have like a backplate to make sure that that part's flat. You just pour it in, and then you get whatever image you casted into the mold.
Yeah.
Now they did that with the Rings of Power, and it was kind of funny. Like, literally just pouring it into this open casting thing that had all these intricate looking symbols, and then they formed into these rings, and I'm assuming they just chipped the rings out and then got to work on them. I knew it was kind of stupid, but it was cool.
Yeah.
I liked that. This is fine too, I just like that as well.
Yeah.
And we're seeing Celebrimbor, finally.
He's like, I don't know what the fuck.
Honestly, imagine if certain areas were getting slowly more corrupted.
Yeah.
Just in places that Halbrand was, like later on in the episode.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, that
my God,
for
if
some
they
reason it would
revisited
just look a
places,
little darker.
Yeah.
Nobody would mention it.
Yeah.
Nobody, but it would be there. It's oh god, it's like so. I am not playing the new God of War. Just I don't like the writers anymore. But one of the things they did good was in the fight with Thor. There was a QTE, and you always fail it, and he kills you. But and you get brought into the retry screen. But Thor brings you back, so you can keep fighting.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, that's cool. That's using the medium in ways only the medium can be used.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh, hey, they were doing a little bit of that. Oh, no, they weren't. There is no Halbrand.
See, why couldn't she just tell him
I
that?
get it. Nobody would have believed her. But also, why is he here in this random spot to find this stuff?
Yeah. I just...
This is complete and then storytelling. Like, it's and then this happens, and then that happens,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just
this,
very
and then
painful.
That. It's just
very painful. I just hate it. It just the thing is, just make it make sense, kind of thing.
Yeah,
like at least have her attempt to explain it, and then they don't want to take it. It's like, okay, fine, whatever,
fine.
Right? But she doesn't even try.
Yeah, because the writers wanted her to be in the trap of, well, they'll never believe me, because I'm a woman. Men don't listen to women, Kiwi. Honestly, I'm slowly starting
Men
to
don't
not
listen
to
you,
writers.
Galadriel. Good reason, bitch. I wouldn't listen to you either. And I don't have a PP.
Honestly, I think they may believe that. Not believe it. They may be skeptical of it, but they may want to double check. Like, Halbrand died 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
This is not... That man is not who he says he is. I would like that. It would... Yeah. It would make sense. Like, okay, they may not believe you.
Yeah.
But it would give the excuse for one of them to at least check.
Yes, exactly. Because now it just kind of is random that he revisited that place.
Yeah, and honestly, you could have him revisit that place and just sit down and relax while everything's going on. And then in the corner of his eye, he notices the thing.
Yeah,
if you really wanted that bullshit to work, that's how you could do it. But no, he went there, like, troubled at everything, as if he was looking for something, but no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the 3 fucking gems. I forgot to mention that. And that was...
What about the gems?
Yeah, these gems were used in the Rings of Power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, literally 3 gems for 3 rings, and it was right in the beginning of the episode. And who mentions it, Q? Halbrand mentions the gems!
Yeah, he does.
Wow, who could have seen this coming? It's beautiful, isn't it? Destroy them. All of them. Well, Kiwi, here we have the Rings of Power. Trademark.
Do you know what would be good right now?
Yeah.
Hold on, can you pause it?
Yeah.
Is if he didn't save like Galadriel, like if Sauron has like shape-shifting powers and he like is pretending to be Galadriel right now.
That would, honest to God, be perfect. I would take back all I said about the writers if that was the case. Like, okay, you faked even me out.
Yeah,
well done. Well done.
Okay,
You get the tiniest
Let's see,
gold.
but let's see what what the situation is. Because she's acting really weird.
More than normal.
Yeah. More than normal.
And there's Celebrimbor.
He's like, I'm so proud.
I'm so happy. Look at these rings. How did you get there so quickly?
Oh.
So quick. How did you get there? Magic? Yeah, sure, magic. Oh, my home. I can forge my ring of power now.
Wait, is that what he's gonna do?
Rings for the elven kings under the sky.
Yeah, like,
Seven for
oh.
the dwarf lords in their halls.
I'm sorry, this is really throwing me off.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that bothered me now. I'm actually frustrated.
Damn it. I really threw out a bone to the freaking writers. Like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe Galadriel, like, he shapeshifted as Galadriel and he actually, like, she's still in the river or some shit. Like, but no, they didn't have big brain to do something like that either.
It would have been nice. But yeah, I will admit, I miscalculated. I completely forgot.
What?
I thought that the rings were for each of the kingdoms, but no, apparently there were more rings.
Wow.
I don't remember there being more rings, but I guess. I'm sorry, I'm just going through.
You didn't say shadows.
I guess not. Okay, was that everything?
I am just like, what the fuck, dude?
Honestly, same.
Just what
Honestly,
the
same.
frick?
The thing I am frustrated about the most is we now know how the rings are made, and it's nothing
Yeah.
special. It's just
Yeah.
pure gold and silver and mithril.
Yeah.
That's it. Anybody can make them. Fucking anybody. And I'm just sitting there wondering, like, how? How? Like, this was meant to be something only Celebrimbor could do, and the only reason Sauron learned is because he learned from Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
That was God. And the whole thing again, the Rings of
Yeah.
Power were meant to be corrupted from the start. Sauron was meant to influence all of them, so that anyone who used them would be bound to him through the
Yeah.
one Ring of Power.
Yeah. See, the thing is, you know how Galadriel was acting weird and like, you know, she's like, yeah, make a third ring, big brain, yeah. You know, it would have been cool if there was some kind of, because you know they don't really they don't seem to like acknowledge that he's like, you know, because okay, they kind of hint at it, you know, throughout these god awful episodes where like, oh yeah, there's a hint of darkness in you as well. But like,
yeah.
she's such a bitch half the time you don't notice. But like in that last scene, I was really sus of her, right? Because you're just being fucking weird, right? So like at that point, it just felt like there was more that they could have done there. Where it's like, because I mean, Elrond is a childhood friend of hers. He could have been like, you know, you're not being yourself. Like, what is going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would have been perfect, and I know
that
what you
would have
mean.
been perfect because she spent so much time with him. It would have made sense that she got really corrupted over the time that she was with him. But because she was
that bad from the get-go.
Yeah, she was
Where'd you
bad from
go?
the get-go that you just don't notice if something's changed. Only right at this ending part, she's a bit too happy about the rings.
Honestly,
Like-
I think there might be some Sauron corruption working there, but again, I don't like how that's done because he's meant to be a
exactly.
charmer.
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't. There's a lot of things that they could have done better to show that. I feel
honestly, they just need a paranoid lunatic like me in the writing room to say, okay, no. See, what Sauron is actually gonna do is he's gonna use this guy as an intermediary so that they think it's coming from him, but really it's coming from Sauron. And no, fuck off with this magic like influence bullshit. No, he's gonna convince her with wit and charm.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, like, because they wanted to go through this whole, like, magic corruption thing, I feel like, okay, there's a way to do it, and they just didn't do that.
Yeah, like, the thing with Sauron is, it's not magical, the way he corrupts people. It's not magical.
Yeah, so, like, what you're saying, yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, fine, you wanted to go through this magical route, at least do something interesting.
Like, the rings were magic. The rings, those were magic corruption.
Yeah.
They're the reason we have ring wraiths, because, you know, the magic of the rings, bound to the Ring of Power, will corrupt the kings, they will fall and become the ring wraiths. As it should be. But Sauron himself is a force that is just corruption. Like, he tried to integrate back into human society in the kingdoms. It didn't work. He ended up subverting it and corrupting it, and the kingdom fell because fucking Sauron can't be trusted.
So, how did Sauron become like a person or thing? Or...
Oh, well, I don't remember
the origins of Sauron.
He was a servant of Morgoth, Satan.
Oh,
and then at the end of the war, I don't remember.
But was he like a human prior, or
I don't remember. I don't think so, just because of how long he lives. Like, magic can extend your life, but and yeah, it is Satan and everything, but I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't remember much. I remember some vague details that are important, like, okay, these people were here. These people were here. They should not be here, going around the damn continent looking for Sauron. They should be sending people to do it for themselves. But yeah, the thing with Sauron is he's meant to be a corrupting force of evil that's meant to slowly rot people from within. And slowly. You meant to see them.
Yeah.
But the issue we have with Galadriel is the character was so abrasive that you can't really do much to make it worse without it being completely unworkable.
God. And then again, like, with the wizard, you know.
The wizard is annoying. I'm still impressed they managed to make us actually flip sides. Like, yeah, Team Sauron all the way.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we were Team Sauron since the beginning because she was so annoying.
Yeah, I was like, I feel bad for this guy.
And then we were even rooting for Bran to be Sauron.
Yeah.
And we were like, look, if he is at the end of it, we'll even love him more. And I do.
Yeah.
I stuck to my word, okay? I love this man more.
It's the only thing that made Galadriel's attempts at manipulation, like, bearable. It's like, he better be Sauron, because if he is, this is funny as hell. Just
Yeah,
like, oh
and
yeah, you're convincing me to go back to the Southlands. Yeah, you're convincing me to go back become a king again. Yeah, it's all you, I promise.
Yeah, and again, like I loved that part because she was like, "No, you did this," and it's like, "No, you
Yeah.
did this.
I
You
never did
forced me."
anything.
It's like I wanted to stay in Numenor and be a blacksmith.
Yeah.
You forced me.
Honestly, that's what bothers me the most. It's just there's some quality writing here. It's not all bad.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, the real king has died. There was no heir." It's like, "Yeah, I told you. I got it off a dead man."
You didn't believe
It's just
me.
like, and you did. You believe me? I told you. I had evil in my terrible past, and you were you didn't care.
And then immediately she flips the script when she's presented with her own arguments. Like, actually, I take all that back.
Yeah.
Honest to God, now I'm curious.
Because
like,
he did it so beautifully. It's just like, no, but you told me to do these things.
Yeah,
You got me to do them.
Now, granted, we saw it come. We had suspicions,
Yeah, we did.
but it was good. It was
Yeah.
good subterfuge. I liked it. It was
Yeah.
serviceable. Like,
Yeah,
it's something
he
I can
really
get behind.
served it on a platter again to her, and
Yeah.
I loved it.
And
Love
that's
it.
the
But
thing
I
I
love it
always-
because she's such a bitch. Like,
Yeah, you love it
this
that
is
the
thing-
bitch got her comeuppance. Like,
like,
finally.
See, the thing is, I know the feeling that they were trying to impose on us was like, oh no, like she made several mistakes. Like, oh, we should have known. But like, in that moment, I was just happy. I was just so glad. Like, yeah, he's slapping her with the facts because yeah, this kind of scenario has happened in other stories, but you feel bad for the main character because you're like, shit.
Yeah,
we
they
didn't
didn't know better.
Yeah, but in this scenario, I'm like, hell yeah, tell her. You fucking did
Honestly,
do that. to
Kieran,
Galadriel.
this is not even the first time he's told it to her straight. The last time he did, they were in a jail cell.
Exactly. And then he's just like, yeah, and you saved my life, Galadriel.
It's fucking beautiful. I love that specifically. Not enough to watch more of the show immediately, but just like a supercut of Sauron being Sauron.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Like, fucking great, man.
Very well, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, like, this is some nice stuff. It's something I always liked about the movies with the devil in it, like Satan himself. Because he never lies. He always tells the truth.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not you believe him is the question.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's like, and that's honest to God, that's writing I love. It's just like, okay, you told me to my face, and I didn't believe you. This is on me. Yeah. I fucked up.
Exactly.
But yes.
Man.
I'd like to thank
What
you,
a ride
Kiwi,
it's
for all of this and this. this
No,
ride
thank
is
you.
having.
It's and the thing is, I find it enjoyable because we're doing it together. We're suffering together, you know, but we're also bitching together, you know. So
It's
it
great.
helps. Yeah, this show is awful. I don't have much hopes for the reboot. God save us. Yes.
And finally, I'd like to thank Puggles for helping us with the at least some copyright issues.
Yes.
Some.
Thank you. Good punk.
And thank you to viewer who's made it this far. We will see you all next time, where we'll be doing something better.
Hopefully.
Anything better.
Anything.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
Dude, I would not be able to do She-Hulk, man.
No, I can't. We would make it through a few episodes and be like, fuck you, this bitch. I still can't get over the ending. Literally, just like she was losing a battle, then she broke the fourth wall and went to the writer's room and said, could you rewrite this so that I win?
Wait, you're joking.
No. That's the ending of She-Hulk.
Wait. What?
Yes.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah,
awful.
she breaks the fourth wall, goes to the writers and asks and demands that they rewrite it.
Oh my god.
Honestly, this show may have made me a little bit misogynistic because of Galadriel. That show will make me very misogynistic because of everyone in the show.
Hey, I mean, you saw, like, I was very misogynistic this whole series. Like, I hated all.
Oh,
Straight
okay.
out.
You know what? No, we will plan this later on if it ever happens, and we will have a fucking like parachute just in case. Like, we're getting out. We're pulling the plug. No more.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you everybody,
Thank
and
you.
goodbye. I hope you have a good night.